In this lab, we're going to manage single sign-on users. Pretty much, this function allows you to configure Active Directory accounts to allow them to log into vSphere environment. Let's jump into our PLAB VC01 machine. Let's minimize Server Manager. And on our desktop, we have our vSphere web client. Let's double click it. And it opens up a standard browser. I've already put in the admin credentials. We'll go ahead and log in. And we're now inside of the vSphere web client homepage. Let's go ahead and click on Administration. On the left pane, under Single Sign-On, let's click on Configuration. This page displays the SSO configuration for PLAB VC01.practicelabs.com. Let's click on the Identity Sources. Notice that our vSphere web client is only configured for local OS. To add another identity source, let's click the green button here. By default, it's selected to open LDAP. For our purposes, we want to select Active Directory Integrated Windows Authentication. Our domain is automatically populated. We'll go ahead and click Enter to save the information. We now notice that the vSphere web client is now configured to allow practicelabs.com. Let's go back to the left pane. And under Administration, let's click on Global Permissions. Under Access Control, Global Permissions. So the global permissions are displayed in the middle pane. Let's click on Manage. To add more permissions, we will click on the green button. Let's go ahead and click Add. On the domain drop-down list, we want to select practicelabs.com. It defaulted to vSphere.local. Let's select Administrator to add permissions to it. Notice the FQDN automatically populates in the username box. We could go ahead and click OK. On the permissions page here, notice that Administrator in Practice Labs is displayed, and here you see all the permissions that Administrator has. We'll go ahead and click OK. On the Global Permissions page, notice that practicelabs.com Administrator is now added to the group and it's assigned to it, so you should be able to log in with this client. So we're going to go ahead and click on Administrator vSphere.local and log out of it. Alright, so we jumped back into the web client for task 3, manage permissions for the single sign-on. Let's go ahead and click in the left pane, vCenter inventory list. On the left pane, let's go ahead and click on vCenter servers. The list of available servers is on the left pane. Let's go ahead and select PLAB VC01. And let's click the Manage tab. Let's go ahead and click on permissions. Let's configure a user and add permissions to it. Click on the green plus sign. Click add. Notice that the domain drop-down list is set to plabvco1.practicelabs.com by default. Let's go ahead and change the domain to Practice Labs. Notice the selection of users changed. Let's go ahead and select guest and add. The FQDN automatically updated for guest. And let's go ahead and click OK. Back on the Add Permissions page, notice that guest is now added. Now let's change the assigned role. We're going to take it off of administrator and put it to no access. The role is updated on this side, and we'll go ahead and click OK. Back on the permissions tab here, notice that guest is added with the no access role. Let's right mouse click on guest and select change role. We're going to modify the guest role to a read-only account and click OK. So guest has been updated to read-only. Let's go ahead and delete the guest user. Right mouse click on it and select remove permission. Confirm it. And the guest user is gone. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to these videos. Thank you for watching.